What is up, guys? Welcome to episode 47 of our Detroit Tigers franchise mode. We made the World Series. We made it. Everything that we worked for, every sign that we made in the free agency, every trade that we made, every draft pick, every game, which I played and simulated, to get to this point, this team has got what it takes to take home a World Series victory, but in order to do that, we have to figure out, number one, who we're going to play. And as you guys can see right now, the Giants, after we won the World Series, the Giants won their last game 9-0 against the Chicago Cubs. So I'm going to do this live so you guys can see that I'm not trying to pick favorites or pick sides here, but we're going to figure out who we're going to play in the World Series right freaking now. So let us simulate this and see who we got. We got the Cubs. It's going to be the Cubs against the Tigers, guys. And it looks like they're going with Yu Darvish to start off the World Series. I think what I want to do, though, is I want to go with Joe Ross. I don't think that De Leon is probably the best Game 1 starter. I think that Joe Ross, if he is ready to go, it's got to be him. So first things first, though, I want to go over the Chicago Cubs roster, just kind of like we did with the Angels, opening up game number 1 with the ALCS. So let's just take a look. Got Rizzo, Wade Davis, Chris Bryant, Yu Darvish, John Lester, Rondon, Contreras, 88 overall. So he's definitely taken the next step forward. Javier Baez, I don't know how many home runs did he hit during the season. So 18 home runs, 16 bags he stole. So he can definitely he's got a nice little combo of power, speed, but his average though is not too good. He had 243 batting average. Jason Hayward, definitely a guy that you can get out, but again, he's a guy that can mash. 20 home runs, 262, 17 bags he stole. So this is going to be extremely, extremely tough World Series for the Tigers to try to pull off, guys. So this is going to be very, very hard, especially considering after Darvish and Lester, we got Hendricks, Lynn, and Montgomery. They even have Clay Buchholz in the number 6 spot for like a spot starter. But the bottom 3 guys, we can take it to the bottom 3. John Lester will have his blow-up games, but Darvish is going to be hard to hit. So that's my little preview, guys. I won't do too much on that, but we'll head right into this gameplay for game number 1 of the World Series. So who do you guys got? If you don't pick the Tigers, it's not a big deal because we could lose this World Series. It's not out of the question. I mean, I play all of these games, and I show you guys all of these games. And if we lose, we lose. It's not a big deal, you know. You play, as Herm Edwards would say, you play to win the game. You play to win. And the fact that the Tigers made it all the way here to an ALCS is accomplishment enough, right? From that pretty bad 2017 when we totally stripped down the roster to get to this point a year later, I'd say that's a pretty big turnaround and a vast improvement. So if we can't get it done against the elite Chicago Cubs, we'll just look forward to next season, and there's some things that we can do to return to a World Series or at least make the playoffs again. So this series, guys, is not going anywhere even if we win the World Series. This is going to be a series that I keep rolling out there even in the winter months. I might add on another series with another team and just really run through that one a little bit quicker than the Tigers one that we've been doing. So just keep yourselves posted for that one. But did you guys know the last time the Cubs outside of 2016 won a World Series was 1908 against the Detroit Tigers? We're in 2018 now, right? So 2018 in 1908. It's 110 years, guys. 110 years. So let's get right into that gameplay. And let's go Tigers, man. Let's go Tigers. We can do this. We got this thing on lockdown.
MLB Network is your exclusive home for postseason baseball. It's Game 1 of the World Series between the Detroit Tigers and the Chicago Cubs. Hi again, everybody. Matt Vasgersian. Welcome to the World Series here on MLB Network. With me is Harold Reynolds and Dan Plesac. And Dan, we'll start with you. This series has the feel of one that's about to get very interesting.
Well, here's a little comparison of these two teams. Looking at it earlier, to me, the story is all about the pitching. Both squads have some good arms, and the team that gets the best outings are probably going to come out on top.
It's the moment these players have been waiting for. Game 1 of the Fall Classic is on MLB Network, and it's coming up next.
Well, thank you, Matt and Dan, for that nice little introduction, that lead-in to my highlight show. Guys, I'm telling you what, when you make the World Series, you get the preferential treatment, for sure. Let's check out the Tigers lineup here going up against Yu Darvish, the Cubs ace. His numbers are not that great. So Tigers looking to do some damage here on Mr. Yu Darvish. You guys will notice that JD Martinez is not in the lineup, and that is because there was nowhere to put him. I don't really like JD's defense. I like Randall Grichuk's defense a little bit better. You got Michael Taylor in center field. Yasiel Puig's an elite right fielder. So there's really no place to put JD unless you want to play him at first, like over Valbuena. But Valbuena stretches the lineup out being a lefty. And against Yu Darvish, he's probably going to shut the whole Tigers offense down. So diminishing returns at that point. But that's why we're playing aggressive here. As you guys saw, Nunez stole second base. He's going to play aggressively even more so here as he's going to round third and head for home. Bregman in with a double. The Tigers take a 1-0 lead. And this was exactly part of the game plan. Against an elite Cubs offense, we need to play good defense. If we can get an early lead on Yu Darvish, all Joe Ross has to do is pitch free and pitch easy. And then the game should be well in control and well controllable, and we should probably get a W out of this. So that's what the game plan is stay aggressive. Puig gets a single here, sends Bregman to third. Bregman's going to score here on a ball hit by Grichuk back up the middle. Puig forcing the issue to make an errant throw, but Gomez makes a good throw into third. Josh Rutledge up now with runners on first and second. He's going to get a single, and Puig is going to round third and head for home. Stay aggressive, baby. And Gomez makes a good throw in, but it's just not enough mustard on it. And Rutledge gets a single, so it's 3-0, guys. 3-0 in the top of the first against ace Yu Darvish. Having some control issues, having some... he doesn't have a lot of velocity on his fastball, throwing a lot of sliders, and it's just getting easily timed by Tigers hitters. James McCann flies out. Inning is over. So we head to the bottom of the first with a 3-0 lead. 5 hits given up in that first inning by Yu Darvish. So here's the Cubs lineup, guys, that Joe Ross is going to have to face off against. It's Hayward, Gomez, Bryant, Rizzo, Schwarber, Baez, Contreras. That is huge. That 4 through 7 is tough. 8 slot. You guys saw that Yu Darvish is batting in the 8th. That's a very Joe Madden type of thing to do. Addison Russell batting 9th. His second best leadoff hitter always bats in the 9th. So, Jason Hayward up. Grab some pine, buddy. Strike 3. That was 3 pitches. 3 pitches, guys. 3 pitches, 3 strikes. Done. See ya. Fastball inside, fastball outside, fastball inside again. And that's it. Never took the bat off his shoulders. So Joe Ross looking good early on. Got 2 outs with 4 pitches. Looking to do the same thing against Chris Bryant. But you guys can probably tell what's going to happen because there isn't a count on the screen. Home run. Bryant goes boosh. I like that. I like the sound of that. Bryant goes boosh. solo shot, home run, 445 feet. That's a big bomb. Big bomb, big boosh for Chris Bryant. So Tigers up 2 runs at this point, 3-1. Schwarber comes up. It's not Schwarber, that is Rizzo. My bad. He's going to ground out to Valbuena, and Ross is going to cover the bag. So here's Schwarber, 1-2 count in the bottom of the second. Let's jump down there because the Tigers offense unable to do anything in the top half of this inning. Schwarber strikes out looking. Javier Baez down 0-2. He strikes out looking. Joe Ross, big game Joe, pitching well against this elite Cubbies offense. Wilson Contreras also down 0-2, and he's going to strike out as well. 3 batters up, 3 batters down, all on strikeouts. He strikes out the side. Let's go to the bottom of the third. Addison Russell had gotten a single, and he's going to get thrown out by a mile. Ross and McCann team up to get this out. It's a big out. Cubs trying to play aggressive themselves to get back another run that was lost in the first, but that ball even skipped, guys. That ball even skipped to Nunez, and he was still able to make it look like it wasn't even close. So either Russell just did not get a good jump, or he just wasn't fast enough, or McCann just made a great throw. I don't know which one it was, but it didn't look close at all. You guys can see we are in the top of the fourth, and Darvish able to settle down. So this is not a good sign. Chris Bryant now up 1-2 count. He hit that home run earlier, and he's going to strike out. That was close. Fastball high and outside, just unable to do anything with it. Ross strikes him out. Anthony Rizzo up now. Bottom 4. 3-1 game still, and he's going to lace a ball into the gap for a base hit. He's going to shoot for 2. Michael Taylor makes a strong throw to the cut, but it's just not in time to do anything against a 44 speed Anthony Rizzo. So this is when things start to get sticky. Schwarber up 1-2. Strike 3. Okay, all right. Joe Ross settled down a little bit. Kind of a sticky situation there with 3-4-5. Able to get out of it. So Tigers still up 3-1. Bregman comes on up. He's going to ground out to Rizzo. So, guys, yet again, like I said, Darvish starting to settle down. We're in the middle part of the inning, or middle part of the game here. Darvish up, going to pop out on a bunt. Good call by Ross to throw a slider, something with some movement that he could not square up, and he's able to pop him out to avoid runners in scoring position off the sacrifice. So Michael Taylor gets under this one, camps under it, makes a catch. So both pitchers kind of trading outs, trading innings, shutting down each other. That's kind of the way that we saw this game happening. So it was a really, really good thing that the Tigers were able to get on the board early against Darvish. You guys see that JD Martinez is out there now in left field. This is after Randal Grichuk had struck out twice pretty badly. So he's not timing up anything right now. Chris Bryant 0-2, and he's going to send a single out there to left field. Good job by JD to cut that ball off. That ball was hit extremely hard. Could have went for a double to the wall. So 1-2 count, runners on first and second, and oh my goodness, Puig makes a nice play there on a line drive by Schwarber. That could have been trouble, but Joe Ross escapes danger yet again. Tigers defense pitching in. Darvish's night is done. We are in the top of the 7th. Fernando Rodriguez comes on in. Michael Taylor got a good ball to hit there, but just did not time it up correctly and sends a fly ball out to Carlos Gomez, who camps under it, makes the catch. So we got 2 down now. Fernando Rodriguez, guys, is actually pretty tough to hit. He's got some elite stuff. 96 miles an hour he's topping out at, and then that curveball, that 12-6 curveball, is pretty devastating. So McCann strikes out. We're headed to the bottom of the 7th. We've got Contreras up. He's going to send a ground ball to Alex Bregman, who makes the nice throw to first. So good job there. Ross is still out there. Still got to shut them down. Alexis Alonso. You guys saw in the very first part of this intro where Matt and Dan were talking. He's one of the Cubs' leaders in batting average. And I don't know if that's because he's got a limited at-bat or limited sample size, but I think he's a rookie, and looking at his stats when we were trying to scout him up and try to see where and how we were going to pitch him, pretty good. 75 contact against righties, 85 contacts against lefties. That might be flipped because he's a left-handed, but no, he's a switch hitter, so that makes sense. Chris Carter up. Joe Ross's night is done. We pinch hit for Joe Ross, trying to get instant offense here against Justin Grimm. Just unable to get anything going for that, so Chris Carter grounds out. Take a look at the starter comparison. So each guy pitched really well, respectively speaking. Darvish settled down in this game and had 7 strikeouts on the game, so that's nothing to scoff at for sure. Ground ball here. Nunez makes a play. Bryant up, strike 3, slider. So Bryant, after that home run, has been unable to do much. Look at this, guys. Look at this swing plane. Look at the timing. He just missed that ball. Who knows what would have happened at that point. So Yimi Garcia comes on, contributes. He had struggled in the ALCS and ALDS, so it's good to see that he was able to come in and contribute in this game. So Rutledge comes on in, ground ball to him. He's going to make a throw. 3-2 count. Rondon had struggled in this at-bat with his control, but he's able to throw that slider. 3-2 slider to Kyle Schwarber. He's able to strike him out. So now you got 2 down. Tight. Look at that slider. Boom. Didn't expect that. Thought it was a fastball that just got lost. Lost in control. Javier Baez up, and he's going to strike out looking on a change. Guys, Tigers get the W in game number 1 behind a great start by Joe Ross. Big game Joe. He's pitching extremely well right now in the playoffs. He's on an absolute roll. Tigers offense unable to do much after the first inning, but it didn't matter. We'll look over to game number 2 as it's John Lester against Matt Moore. Matt Moore will get the start in game number 2. So guys, I will see you then. Leave a like if you like this thing, if you like the fact the Tigers are looking good in this playoffs, in this World Series. And if you are new here, don't forget to subscribe if you like it and love it and you want more of it. You know what to do. Hit that little red subscribe button. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.